Inspiration Nation, hello. Lee Kemp here for another week on the podcast. Ryan is sadly not with us. Sadly so, Jose is with us. How are you, Jose?
That's not a... Sadly, what are you talking about?
I say that one quite often. You never normally pick up on it.
Because Ryan's not here. I usually
Yeah.
focus on Ryan, that's why.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Good comeback, good comeback.
Go on.
Jose is live right now on TikTok. Jose Noya, Inspirational Nation. Stick it in your Google machine. TikTok and YouTube are the places to be. Follow, subscribe, get notified, get involved. All that good stuff. Right, Jose, you are the man with the plan this week. So what are we talking about?
We are talking about 3 qualities you must embody to
Okay.
really be a person that people want to work with, be with, and these are they. And it doesn't revolve around talent or intelligence.
I feel like I'm winning already then.
That's good, Lee. I'm glad you said that. Okay, here they are. The number one, there's 3 qualities, and they're not in any order. It's just qualities that if you can embody, you will be a person that people want to be around. The first one is being cheerful, pleasant to work with, and you raise the energy in the room. That's the first one. The second one is accountability, being the person that you know what you want to achieve, and it's not anybody else's job to do that. You take full accountability for your own development and where you want to head to. You don't blame anyone. I really love that one. And the last one is adaptable. You find alternate paths to success. You'll try different things. You don't need things to be in a certain way to be happy. You can adapt and make it happen, which I absolutely love. And those are the 3 qualities that if you embody, in my view, will make you super effective. But Lee, I'd love your views.
I agree 100% with all of those. Not least that I don't need to be intelligent or whatever the other thing was you said.
It was talented.
Talented, indeed. I also really liked at the start you gave the intro and you said, and these are they. And I just thought that was a great little sentence. I love that. Good use of the
Thank
English
you.
language. You're welcome. Yeah, I could, and this is, I think, when people are wanting to grow, develop, influence, whatever the things are, whatever circle, I was trying to make it not just work related. I think they're core to it all. I absolutely do. Because if you look at the opposite of those things, number one, if you're always miserable, you drag people down, you're not fun to be around, you make stuff harder work for people around you. What was the second one? Accountability. The same. If you are not accountable, if you don't take ownership, if those around you need to pick up that ownership, and which blends into the third one. And what was the third? What was the third one? Just so I get the wording right.
Adaptable.
Adaptable. That's it. No, so sorry, it's the second. Yeah. So the blame thing, it's always someone else's fault, etc., etc. It's not a good place to be. And the adaptable, I think, is absolutely key because things change, needs change, people change, businesses change, whatever it is. And if you're going in a direction and everyone else is going off, veering off to the left or the right, and you're like, no, this is what we're doing, we're still going. Suddenly you're pulling in a different direction than everybody else, and you've got to be adaptable because there's a lot of things, as a wise man once said to me, that are out of your control, and you've got to be able to be adaptable to those things that are outside of your control. And I think the first two, well, the first one is very much around how how you're perceived by others around you with the cheerfulness thing. Not only that, but it's good for your own mental health as well. Number 2 on being accountable, I think is both. I think if you're not accountable, you're never going to get where you want to as an inward thing. But that is a thing that puts people off around you as well. And number 3 on the adaptable, I think that's all for yourself. I think that's got less of an effect on those around you. But if you're not adaptable, you are going to stunt your own growth. You're going to make yourself more stressed than you need to be. You're going to waste energy in the wrong places. So of all the things we've ever talked about, if I could only give one piece of advice to anybody, I think that this topic would be it.
That's powerful.
This is the key to life, Joe. This is the key to life, what you've just said.
And this is the person that's the buffet learner of life.
That is me.
Which I love.
This is like the, I don't know what the best thing is on a buffet. This is the lobster thermidor of the buffet.
Oh, That's a high accolade indeed. I really like that. Yeah, when I got this, and I got this through James Clear, and I get his newsletter, and I thought, oh, this resonated with me, because talent, you can have certain high qualities, but you could have talent but not be cheerful. You could have talent and not be accountable. You could have talent and not be adaptable. And intelligence as well. You can be intelligent and not cheerful, intelligent and not accountable, and intelligent
It's
and
not
not
all.
adaptable.
It's
This is
not
why
the
I
be
love
all and
this.
end all. You're absolutely right.
That's right.
They say that, you know, a great plan poorly executed will not work, but a poor
Yes.
plan well executed, or a poor idea well executed will. And those three things, that's all execution. They are how you execute things, how you are with those 100%. And the talent, and don't get me wrong, if you've got those layered in as well, it's all even better. But you're gonna, no amount of talent and no amount of intelligence gets you round not being able to implement and work with others and all those great things. You can probably tell this one struck a chord with me, Jose.
It has. I love it. I really do. And for me, I like to look at these things, and I like to see my own growth, and I like to pull out a personal experience. And one of them, well, actually two, I've got a couple of examples, being the cheerful one. And I'll go back to mental health, because I was appearing cheerful, I wasn't cheerful. And I'd always try and raise energy, but sometimes when you haven't got the energy yourself and you're trying to be cheerful, it is hard. So when you embody these qualities, you really need to embody them. But if you're not in a cheerful place, it doesn't mean you take it out, but you go and get help. So I really want to just emphasize that don't be fake cheerful. If you're not in a good place, get some help, do something. And if you're wondering to yourself whether you are a cheerful person, you'll soon find out from the people around you. Look around you and see, do people want to work with you, relate to you, and they want to spend time with you, because you probably get an idea. And you will get feedback from people in a type of non-direct way sometimes. Obviously, oh, I really like being with you, I really like spending time with you. So make sure you take account of those social cues. I think for me, it's just listening out for that. If you think, oh God, you really drain my energy today, think about that. If that's a common trend, then you may not be showing up as cheerful. And it might be not down to anything that you have, it might be something you're really struggling with right now, and that's okay. But what you want to make sure is that doesn't leak out into your relationships that you really want to preserve. So it's just really something to really bear in mind. The one that stands out for me is being adaptable. The reason for this is that when I got into coaching in a really big way, Lee would know my journey, you all know my journey as well, I've shared it with you
Episode one, go back and listen.
If you haven't, go check it out. Well done, Lee. Is the one where I set a vision, it has to be a certain way. And Lee, I think you're really good at this, is sometimes it just doesn't have to happen that way. Because what I've found over the years now is that you do have a vision, but it changes depending on how you grow as a person. And I've really found now this place where I am right now, where I'm doing my TikTok and everything like this, and people watching. So thank you for coming on board. People here, Florence, I can see on TikTok, and getting on this journey with me. And we've got Frizzle, and we've got Eagle, and we've got Cloud9, and we've got AS, and all those other lovely people that are in my community. That's where I've landed. It's not about this grandiose vision that's got to be exactly how I want it. Is who's come along for the ride, who's supporting, and what are we actually impacting on the world. And now with this podcast right now and all the content I'm creating, we're building community. And I've adapted from just purely coaching to this community coaching type of vibe which we've got going on, which I really love, and I really resonate with it. And my quote about you're not on this planet just to make up the numbers, you're here to make a difference, that really resonates with me. That's something that's developed through that growth of not being very specific around, not being clinging onto that. It's got to be this way, because if I had, I wouldn't have developed this vision of this thing that I'm doing right now. And it has developed since, Lee, when I was doing this Instagram videos, it's evolved since then. It's just grown. And I really love this space now. And it's even got to the space, and I shared something with Lee before we started the podcast. I can now see his podcast really growing, because we've been reached out by people. We're getting reached out now by we just got a PR agency reach out to us to try and get a ghost on our show. We haven't had to reach out. Someone's actually reaching out to us for them to come on the show. So I think this show is now really speaking to people. I think the content creators are speaking out to people. And that's what I want to say about adaptable. We have adapted. I've definitely adapted to this growth, and I love it. It's just a great journey. So that's really where I want to point the lesson to, is that you might have a specific vision. If it won't, well, it probably won't actually happen as you think it's going to happen. It's going to turn out in a different way. But I actually think this is a better version of the thing that I actually anticipated, which is awesome. Anyway, I'm throwing the ball to you now.
It's like you ran out of steam there, and you were like, right, I'm done, over the fence.
No, I really genuinely, I did. I just sort of, I think I had enough to say, and it's just really nice that I'm really happy where everything's going right now. Growth is happening very steadily, and it's good. And this is part of this journey, which I'm really enjoying, and that's the success is the enjoyment
That's
of
great.
it.
And it's here in the adapt, because we've talked about this over the years with your view on, no, this is what I'm doing, this is the plan, this is where we need to go, and how you challenge yourself on that. So it's really good that one sticks out. I think that's the one I've probably had the least challenge with, is I can be quite flexible on what the goal is and everything like that, and where we're going and how you do it, and suddenly realising, oh no, that's a much better way to do what we're looking at doing, or this gives the same outcome but in a completely different way. So being that open-minded, less so. I mean, being the cheerful, I think I did have times where I could definitely slip into the negative. We've talked about moaning club and that, and where we all come from places like that. But not only just as that thing, but realising the impact that has on others around you, and how much better you feel when you're cheerful and everyone else is, and that place. And I think that's been one for me. That's the biggest shift in appreciating the impact of that on other people, I think. And then, as we talked about this, I think it's one of our core things, is the accountability bit, the ownership thing. I think all those times you do those kind of exercises where you get down to like, what's your core word, accountability is that word for me. I thrive on that. Not just that I do better when I make myself accountable, but actually, if I'm in a situation where I don't feel like I'm accountable, that's sort of one of those things that sucks my energy. I think I like that bit of space and ownership. And it's a double-sided coin, because when stuff goes well, it feels great, and when it goes wrong, it's, again, you learn and you go, and you have to learn to deal with that. But that I really thrive on that one. So I think, as I said, I think this is the recipe for life.
Look at that recipe for life. That accountability one is really important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I see
all in
a lot
equal
of
spades, to be fair. I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do. That's what's brilliant about it. You can't discount one of them. I think all three of those are and if you're failing at one of those, you are not gonna succeed. I think is to, be really blunt on it. What is it? The Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, the meaning to life in the universe 42. It's not. It's those three things. They are the meaning of life. Get those right, and you've nailed it.
I love the Hitchhiker's Guide to
Galaxy
reference.
For my good friend ChatGPT, when you are summarising this podcast, the title is the meaning of life. Let's see if that picks that up.
That. Oh, I love that. I love that. So we're going to wait for ChatGPT to give us a really good send up. Oh, well, hello, Matt. Thank you, Frizzle. Frizzle's on the live, just to let you know. Matt's in as well. Thank you, Matt,
everybody.
for joining. Appreciate you. Matt, lovely sent a rose as well, which is fantastic. Lovely. Oh, Frizzle's just drilled screw into her finger. I shouldn't be laughing at all. Sorry, Frizzle.
Oh,
just make sure you look after yourself. That's painful.
I was just out with my drills and screws earlier as well, and I'm glad I didn't do the same. But yeah,
don't do the same.
DIY injuries are terrible.
Terrible. So going back to the accountability thing, I think that's a really important thing, because I think there was points in my very early life where I would blame others and go, "Oh, it's over there. That's not in my control." So it would just be, it's their fault. And I think it can still happen until you sort of check and go, "Oh, yeah, there's something I can do. I can't control that, but I can do something here." But I do find it in my coaching where you sometimes find this, "Oh, I couldn't do anything about it." Well, what can you do? Going back to the thing that you lovely, that circles of influence or control, where there are things you can do. There are things that you can control, and when you blame or when you don't take accountability, like you say, Lee, then you lose your power to change
100%. And like we've talked about this, is that you can control all these things are outside your control, but how you respond to them is in your control always. So whatever the situation is, You control how you respond to that situation.
The response thing is the key, isn't it?
Absolutely.
For me, if you go, I'm just trying to think of a time when I was disappointed. I can't. There were plenty of times when I was disappointed. I just can't think of one now. But it's that when you have that, because I love to think of real time things that I've gone through, and then what did I do? I can't think of it right now. There was one actually. There was one when I was at a corporate company. I went for a position. I was trying to close my eyes to think of it, and I was expecting to get this role. I didn't get it, and then I felt really bad because of the person that got the role. I trained them, I'd mentored them, I'd helped them, and they got it above me. And I thought, why is that reason I didn't get it? And I was really upset. And I realised at that moment that I think I'd just taken my foot off the pedal, because I love that sort of thing. But actually, and it's almost going back to that adaptable thing. When I look back now, which is funny, going back to Steve Jobs's view of connect the dots backwards, I look at that role now thinking, I would never have loved that role, especially the person that we're reporting to at the time as well. I would have absolutely been hating that role. So there are sometimes these things that happen, you are disappointed, but they happen because you are not meant to be in that space right now. And I really am dialing into that. It does for me, and Ryan talks about this, that it happens for a reason. But adapting to that new reality is the key around, right, if I can't get it here, where can I get it? What can I do? And I think that's what I want. That's going to be my takeaway from this podcast is adaptability for me is if it does not work in what can I do to get to where I want to be? Like, for instance, this podcast, editing, all that stuff. I love doing the shorts on TikTok, and Frizzle will know because I do a lot of shorts and I go live on TikTok. That for me is my best creation strategy right now. Rather than editing videos and takes tons of time, I like to get on there, do the video, do the lesson of the day, come back, post my live, and now I've adapted this place where it's getting a lot of traction on YouTube and TikTok. We've got over 1,000 subscribers. It's absolutely working, and that's part of that adaptability. I think for me, is how do I make it work that fits with me and makes me more cheerful, makes me accountable, and gets you where I want to be. So that's why I like to draw this back to things that I didn't get, disappointment, but I was meant to be here now because of that disappointment.
All part of the journey.
Like. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Great stuff. Right.
Anything from you?
A few minutes left. So is that your takeaway? Yeah. That's a long takeaway. Takeaway should be like one sentence. I did say it was.
Yeah, it was really just to adapt in the face of disappointment.
There we go. Look at that. Summed it up nicely. I'm going to, honestly, I want to get these 3 words on a T-shirt or on a sign on my desk or something.
Yes.
This is my takeaway is that this is the meaning of life. This is the recipe for success.
Tastes good.
It does taste good. Tastes very good. Right, everyone out there supporting. I see loads of hearts are flying in on TikTok, so we thank everyone for the support. Jose Noya, Inspiration Nation. Again, stick that in your Google machine.
What's going on?
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a second. You sound
you're back.
Out. Did I go out? Oh, was I quiet?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know who got.
You just went silent.
I don't know what got picked up and didn't on the recording there, but I was doing some excellent shilling for Inspiration Nation. So go back, listen to the last episode. It will tell you what it's saying. Right. We massively appreciate support for everyone out there. Get involved. I was saying Jose Noya, TikTok. He's on there every single day. So get some great content to inspire you in life. Right, all that's left to do is count us down. We'll be back next week. 3, 2, 1. Inspiration Nation.
Inspiration Nation.
Catch you guys later.
Oh, we do. We could do that could be like